So a guy walks up to Jesse Jackson in Ferguson, Missouri, and asks him, "Why are you here?" And then I guess Jesse got offended. You got to understand that. You know, people don't want some shucking, jiving nonsense going on. What they want are real issues. They have real issues. What they want are real solutions. And what they fear with people like Jesse Jackson is that they show up at these type of incidents, and they hog all the press conferences and the press members, and then they wind up dissipating the energy of the people. And then the people, they've got this real anger and this hostility built up inside them, and they want to go and do things, and then, and then a guy like Jesse Jackson or these other people, these other quote leaders shows up, and then all of a sudden nothing gets done. And also when the guy shows up like that, he's getting all the cameras. But your community still has the issues once he leaves. So they want real bona fide, solidified solutions. So that guy asked him, "Look, man, you came into town. I mean, did you come into town to bail these people out of jail that have been getting arrested? I mean, did you come to offer any concrete solutions?" And a lot of the old timers, well, that's just offensive. It's just rude. You can't talk to Jesse like that. He's been there. He's been in the game 105 years. But I agree with the young people. What are you doing? If you just here to keep the niggas disorganized, you might as well go back home. I was gonna say go the fuck back home, but I was trying to keep it clean. So if you just here to keep the niggas disorganized and confused and run around in circles and get them to make these crazy objectives and aims that don't make any sense, you might as well leave, because they don't need you to be here to do that. They already got aldermen and elected officials in the Democratic Party to do that for them. And that's another thing. I won't mention that now, but it's just this whole thing with why black folks need to roll with the Democratic Party. And that's another issue that I have with these Jackson and Sharpton types. They don't bring any new type of thinking to the program. They're telling me to think the same and deal with the people who ain't did nothing for me in the past half a century. Right? If John F. Kennedy was the president 50 years ago, well, actually Lyndon Johnson, because Kennedy was killed in '63, but the fact of the matter is, if you've been rolling with these Democrats for 5 decades, which is half a century, and your communities are just as impoverished as they were before, what's the point? Seriously, what's the point?